Oh my God. Let's talk about that. That's a good change of pace. Remember the girl Jordan from the Sex Pistols? Because I'm reading that book and I'm always thinking about them. They're in everything I do. Those bonds were formed real early in my life. Yeah, I'm still jerking off to Nancy Spungen incredibly to this day. And especially that girl Jordan. I always forget her last name. The model. Oh my God. Such pristine ass and titty and face and beehive hairdo. Dressed in PCB vinyl. Oh my God. Now you're talking, especially with that fucking beehive and the Egyptian makeup. You fucking pig. You fucking. That's extreme awesome pig. I always loved her. I remember jerking off to her books when I was a kid, back when it was hard to get books on the sex. But there wasn't many back then. But you always seen pictures of McLaren, and McLaren was beautiful too. You know, I never stopped to notice. When I was a little boy, I used to think he was old, but he really wasn't. He, McLaren McLaren was a great manager, actually. You know, and he was modest, and I loved McLaren, Malcolm McLaren. But I used to spill. I'm still jerking off to bitches like, yeah, that's the ultimate bitch. When I see these are my fantasies. My next girlfriend, I wanted to. One of my fantasies is to get a Jordan lookalike girlfriend and just get her to encourage her to do, or any type of bitch like that with her body type or whatever, encourage her to do makeup and do a beehive. Oh, I'd rip her pussy up to little bits of confetti. Just rip it up, unravel it like thread, and film it. Beehive hairdos need to come back in style. I've always wanted a shindig, hullabaloo, hully gully hottie doing the jerk and doing you know doing the Jackie Gleason, doing the latest dances, and have a fucking beehive head with big black makeup and awesome titties, blonde thing. You just, that would break my fucking balls. Break my fucking. It wasn't even done, and this is probably gonna end up on another fucking channel. But three hoes, the formula is to get Goldilocks, African hoe, and Latino hoe. The African hoe is easier, is way easier pontificated than done. For lack of better, for lack of gentler way to say it, you need an African bitch that is semi-Caucasian, or she can front to be Caucasian, because you got to kiss a lot of white ass in my circle anyway. And I'm sick. That's all I do is kiss a lot of white ass. She can do it good because not like there's inner city black pussy anymore, but the stigma still remains. But you get the black hoe and she commiserates with the Latin hoe. That's what I would do with the black bitch. I'd force her force her to get braces or something. Facts of life. Tootie. Fucking polystyrene. Big fucking balls. Big blow explosion 4th of July gobs on the African hottie who happens make this trifecta happen. Gleaming silver fucking braces. Ain't never gonna happen again. But once you get that shit, homeboy, don't you ever let that go. Refuse to let her get her braces up. You stay in those fucking braces forever. But nobody's getting the black hole. If you do, you did something right. You did something. You got lucky. You can't maneuver for that. You can't. You should. If you have a black hole, didn't how many white hoes have you had? That's what I'm gonna. And what color are you? Not like it matters, but just for trivial interest. But think about it. If you're a white dude and you conquered black, well, how many white girls have you had? I understand that. Okay, you may have a taste for black girls, but what? That's your first try out of the box. You get a And I can think of growing up my whole life like that, trying to get into Latino homes, having Latino bands I played with, but I just wasn't good enough for their sisters. And you figure out, and you just spend your life trying to figure out how you're going to get yourself into a Latina house or a black girl's house, just while you're busy trying to get Caucasian pussy. It's yeah, no, it's a matter of luck and timing, right place, right time. It's got to be. That's what it is. But to have three, when you get on a budget, you would hire them like you would on Craigslist. I guess it's a crude example, a crude inference, but you'd hire them like it was maids to come in for just 12 hours in a day, even if you had to break it down into quarters of a day. And you'd be like, okay, for 4 hours it's this hoe. She wants $60. That's another 60 for this hoe who comes in. She bitchy bitch comes in at 6 a.m. She leaves at 7, 8, 9. 9 o'clock the other hoe comes. That's another $60. 10, 11, 12. Oh, see, we're fucking up here. 1 to 2. Okay, the next hoe comes in. That's another $60. Even if you do it like that, and you can break it down into your own schedule. That's how you employ the hoes. I'm thinking, and they just come and hang out. Even if you have to pay somebody else, you're making your own, you know. And if the hoe is absent enough, you call a competitor. You just keep your house chock filled with bitches throughout the day and break it down to what you need. It can be done on any scale. Then you have better chances of getting a. You're like, yeah, I went to a hoe convention in South Carolina, Aaron, and I noticed that they had an extraordinary amount of brace-faced, not Nubian, nubile queens, little black girls, 13, 14, with braces in their teeth, big crazy hair, Zulu bitch. You seen that? I seen 2 of them. You did, and they change hands often. Yeah, it's a sex trade, Aaron. I mean, they get sold sometimes 3 times a day. They fuck all day, but heads up, and you think about it, you're like, wow, it becomes available. You're like, I got little Tootie Ho flying in from 2 states over. I can't wait till she gets here. Then I'm gonna deploy try to migrate, make a mass exodus of good pussies slowly, one by one, 2 by 2, sending them to me, auditioning pussies, trying it like a Dorito. That's how I want to eat bitches. And it's not, if you look at it if you had to pay taxes on something like that, you'd look at it, you'd be like, this isn't very much. You'd be like, yeah, it's just private. You know, this bitch is flying. I want this bitch specifically for face sessions, face worship time. I want 4 hours with that. Get in here, bitch. You know, you buy her cigarettes, buy her lunch, buy her breakfast, whichever hoe. Sometimes 2 hoes get stuck together. If she misses her ride or something, that's how that shit happens. You're like, oh, get my camera. Latino hoe and black hoe in the morning. Stuck together. You know? And you just film that shit.